talking.
Hi, this week is a bit special because I'm going to announce that I'll be releasing my Udemy classical guitar course. But right now I can't. I've got a few more files to edit, so I can't do it just yet. But if you go to my guitarbasement.com website and scroll down to where it says, OK, I'm in, if you subscribe to the website there, you're going to get notified, and I'm going to put 2, 3 maybe courses for free, first come, first served. But today what I've got for you is part of that class, and that's how to hold a classical guitar. So if you're a newcomer to classical guitar and you want to know the proper way to hold it, then check this out. Let's take a look now at how to sit and hold the classical guitar. Now, to begin with, we want to be sat in a position with good posture. It's very important that we start out like this. You don't want to be leaning forward and you don't want to be leaning back. Have a good posture to begin with. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to raise up the left knee so that the guitar is going to sit on that left knee. With acoustic 6-string guitars, typically you would rest it on the right knee. You see most 6-string players doing that. Some use a classical position, but that's very common. With classical guitar, we got different requirements because we want to be able to do some detail-oriented moves that we don't necessarily always need to do with an acoustic steel string guitar. To raise your left knee, there are certain products on the market. You can buy these kind of things, which you can pick these up in the music store or online. And the one I use is actually a block of wood, which I've been using for many years, and it just never gets damaged or kicked over. So that works for me. Once you've raised up your left knee, what you want to do is we want to put this guitar in a position where we can access it and also it can be heard and we get the best tone out of it. To do that, we want to have the middle of the guitar around about the middle of the body. This is the modern way of thinking about the guitar. So with the right hand, we want to be like in the center of the body. So to do that, what we would do is have the upper bout resting on the left knee. And we're going to have 3 points of contact. One is with the left knee. The right knee is going to touch the guitar, and we're going to, and this is also going to be resting on our chest. So that's 3 points of contact. So what I need to mention here is that those 3 points of contact should allow the back to vibrate. So you want to have this point of contact here, allowing a space between your chest and the knee so that the back can vibrate, and that will allow the best projection of sound. And then we bring the right hand around, and that should be round about the center of the body. So the other thing is with the left hand, we want the left hand to be able to come up and easily access the fretboard so that we don't have to stretch too much and go in an awkward position or be back like this where we've got this bend in the back of the hand. So what I always tell people is try and keep the forearm pretty much straight with the back of the hand, and also with the right hand, if we can try and do the same thing, not too much like that, but in a position where the tendons can be able to operate and function properly. So now that we've got this in the position, we just make sure that the angle of this guitar is fairly vertical so that we can be able to reach and access the whole fretboard easily without having to struggle. Now I know that this is quite a difficult thing to do when you're just learning from a video, and if you ask regular 6-string players, people who've been self-taught, they're going to tell you all kinds of things. So classical is a different beast. Now the other thing is when you bring your right hand up to the guitar, you want that hand to be in a comfortable, relaxed position as it would be if you're walking down the street, without any tension in your fingers. So we naturally walk with a slight curve in this hand. So we want to be able to bring these fingers onto the strings like that. Let's talk now about how we refer to the fingers. Now, if you've ever played piano or you know someone who did, they refer to the fingers as being, the thumb is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That confuses a lot of people who've played piano before, because with guitar we ignore the thumb, especially classical guitar, and we call the index finger is number 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the left hand, on the fretting hand. Now on the right hand we use letters, and we use letters from the Spanish language, P-I-M-A, meaning pulgar, index, medios, annular. And that's probably the worst pronunciation that you will hear. But anyway, basically it's P-I-M-A. And typically we would not use the little finger. So that's how we number the fingers. Now we will see when we go through the music that it will refer to those fingers with numbers and letters. So it's important to know this. Now I think the left hand is easier to remember. The right hand, you have to think a little bit to get used to P-I-M-A. One thing that I always do, that I've done ever since I've learned to play guitar, is when I bring my hand up to the strings, I always bring these 3 fingers, the I, M, and the A finger, and make them contact strings 3, 2, and 1. And I call that the home position, and I usually rest the thumb on the 6th string, or you could rest it on another string too, but that's kind of my home position. And once my fingers are there, then I can even without looking, I can start to play things, because I understand that that's my point of reference right there. The other hand, I guess I always bring this left hand up and I touch the frets. I can tell which is, I can touch this 1st string and I touch the 6th string, and I can feel that those strings are there. And then with the left hand on classical guitar, you always want to have your fingers pretty much curled. That's the basic position, and the thumb is going to stay around the back, supporting the fingers. So you don't want to be having the thumb over like that. This is not classical guitar position, and it's going to be more difficult to play like that if you adopt that kind of style. So in the next video we're going to start to look in more detail about how we operate the guitar with the hands coming up. Alright, so I hope you like that. Hit the like button if you do, and also please subscribe to the channel if you want to get to know when I put some more videos out, and remember to hit the bell at the same time. And that's it from me this week. So as always, I like to say stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I'm talking.